Hello guys, and welcome to another trading tips video. Yet again, like the previous ones, this is again about investing through the web app before the game is released on disc. But instead of the BBVA like I done investing on before, this is going to be a few Premier League players, and it's only just a select few. There are others you can invest in, maybe better options you can invest in. You can have a look yourself if you wanted to, but these are just a few players I stumbled up on who I thought would be great investments based on their overalls, what they've played like, who they are, like their names, how well popular they are, and just experience of trading, like I said, through last year's early access and how players' prices went up. So we're going to start off with Aguero. I don't currently know how much he sells for. This was the cheapest one on the market, which is weird because he didn't actually sell, and it was the cheapest one being sold on the game, so I'm not sure on his price, but he will definitely be well above 100k. He'll probably be around 130s, 140s. He usually does, like I said, based this on previous years as well as their overalls this year and what gameplay's like. I still think he'll be around 130k just because he's quick. His acceleration is very high. It's Aguero. He's a well-known player. If you're a Man City fan and you want a Man City team, he's gonna be in the squad. He's gonna be a popular, demanded player, and there isn't gonna be much demand because he's gonna be a rare player to get from a pack. And he also has very, very good shooting. So his price will probably settle around 130,000 in the first week after a week that this comes out, or when the disc comes out. So he's a very good one to invest in if you can find out what price he does sell for. As you can see here, he's not selling for 79,000, so you could double your money quite easily on Aguero. And next up is Eto. Last year he was around 5k, 10k at disc release. Then by the end of the year he was only costing me 1k to buy. And as you can see, the change of a league can make all the difference. 29,000 while players are cheap. He could easily be around 60 to 80,000 for these reasons. He's quick and he has a good shot. A lot of people just look for them two things only when they're looking for a squad. Everyone knows that in previous FIFAs, pace is everything, but if you've watched any of my videos, I cannot stress enough how this is changing, and strength is also a key factor now, but people may not take note of that at first. They will still go for quick players throughout the year who are just insanely fast and have a good shot. So Eto will be around 60,000 coins roughly after on disc release or within the first week. Now next up is Ashley Cole. He's been upgraded back to an 85 overall, which makes him the best left back in the Premier League, and I think he may be the best left back on the game. You could never get a left back that was 85 overall before last year, unless you got an informal or team of the season, I should say. But he has good stats. He's very good at defending, and on previous FIFAs he's always been a very, very good defender. Despite the pace, he never seemed to lack it. But on disc release, I'd say he'll be around 25,000 coins, maybe a little bit more at first. So he'll be a very good one to invest in, taking heat, only costing 9.6k at the current time. Next up is Petr. He is an 85 overall. I think he was on the 84 last year, so he has been upgraded. He's also the 85 overall, is just one overall behind Casillas and Buffon. So he's one of the best keepers in the game. By far the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. So he will sell for a lot, and everyone knows last year he was a very, very good goalkeeper to have. He didn't let in many. Same this year is probably going to be expected. He'll be a very good keeper. 15,000 at the moment, probably going to be around 30 to 40,000 to... This is down to maybe more. He may be 45 to 50. This is down to the fact, like I said, there aren't many high overall keepers anymore. Last year you could get an 89 rated Casillas and other high overall like Lloris's at 87s. This year Cech is going to be joint third best goalkeeper on the game. He's going to be very expensive because of this. You can't get keepers that are much better than him anymore like you could in previous years. So that is going to bump up his price, as well as him being the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, which is probably the most popular league for people to buy a team in. Now, this is the cheapest Yaya Toure I could find in the market, and he's currently not selling. So again, like Aguero, I'm not sure on his price, but I'd safely say he'll be at least 40,000 on disc day, maybe 50. I'd say at least 40 though, so this is the cheapest one I can find. It's not selling, so he's probably going to be cheaper. So if he's going to at least 40,000, there isn't really a risk there. You're definitely going to make coins. Not the best investment, I'd say, for money making, but if you haven't got the money to buy an Aguero, Yaya is there for you to buy. There are other investments, like I said, but he's a known player, he's a very overall rounded player, and for a centre mid or CDM he is brilliant, and he'll be around 40,000 as in previous years, because his stats stay the same, and he's Yaya Toure, like I said, everyone's going to want him in their team. Now next up is Nani. I personally don't like him, but he is a 5-star skiller. This is the cheapest I can find in the market. As you can see, a bid just came in for 20.7 thousand coins. His buy now is 26k, so it can't go up to much more. But he's going to be very expensive because he's in the Premier League. He plays for Manchester United. He's Portuguese, so it's not the worst nation. And he's got 84 pace, he's got very good shooting at 80, and he's got 88 dribbling. And like I said, 5-star skill moves. I've said this in a previous video, there aren't many 5-star skillers anymore in the game. So they are going to be increasing in price so much compared to previous years, just because the demand for 5-star skillers cannot be met probably anymore, just because the lack of amount of players that have 5-star skills. Now lastly, we're going to move on to David Silva, who, cheapest one on the market again. It just seems to be a Man City thing and not selling, so I'm not sure on his price, but I'd say he's going to be around 50,000 coins on release, maybe 60, highest I'd say 80 just for the first week before dropping back down, but I'd say at least 50k, so you can get a solid investment in David Silva, especially since this 34,000 cheapest one isn't selling. So if you can pick him up, I'd definitely pick him up, because it's David Silva, he's a cam, he's Spanish, he's got a very good league, very good nation, and his stats, his overall is very good at 88, makes him a very, very, I think he's in the top 50, easily top 50 players. I think he might even be in the top 15 to 10 players in on the game. So at 89 dribbling, 86 passing, them other stats are just very well rounded off for a cam. In game, he's very, very quick on the ball, good agility. He's very good at shooting. He's a very popular player as well from the Premier League. Everyone who watches Premier League is going to know him, and they will consider buying him in their team. So the demand for David Silva will be very high on the day the game's released, thus making his price around 50k, I'd say. Probably likely to be more, but minimum 50, so you get a solid investment there. This has been the Premier League investment video on trading tips. Please like, subscribe and comment, and follow me on Twitter, and also check out my other videos. It's been Shorty, thanks for watching, goodbye.